Hello, hello, hi, 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 hello, 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 Nan, hello, Helene, hello. I hope everyone had a nice day. Hope everyone had a nice Sunday. Ugh, God, it's still. I'm pondering if I should close, because I closed my door most of the way in, and I can't tell if it's. No, it's the computer. Okay. Let's fucking up the light. Okay, okay. Okay. Everyone had a nice day. I watched the Barcelona GP with Laszlo earlier today, and then had a nice friends time. We played Codenames. It was really fun. The GP was quite fun. Laszlo's guy didn't had to DNF because his guy's car stopped working, and that was very entertaining for me. My guy also had to DNF, but I don't mind too much. He ran into a wall yesterday, so and in Monaco, so at this point I'm used to it. I don't mind that he doesn't finish any race. That's okay. The love of hatred is more important. Yeah, and then we played Codenames. It was very fun. We did a light light speed. Yes, we did a light speed round where we like just tried to get as many words as we can the shortest amount of time that we could. Like you just like fire random words, try to make guess. And I was on the people saying the words, and I am very happy with what I came up with some of the guesses. So that's the only round I won. We did 3 rounds, and that's the only round I won. So I'm very happy with that. The 2 times I had to guess, I got black words, so bit too much. It was me and Laszlo, and Laszlo and me were exactly on the same chaos brain. That's years of Ace Attorney training. So of course, you know. But yeah. We got, I think, like a bunch of Astro quests to do. So yeah, let me do this. Let me do that. Is it? Yeah, it's hidden correctly because I removed the chat size after I did the thing, so I was a bit worried. Up. And I'm realizing as I am talking that I haven't redone the schedule. That is fine. That's okay. I'll do that later. I forget because I have other stuff going on during the day, and then I don't do that. So it's not great. That's fine. Okay. I have a new weapon because I've gotten a few levels up since last time, but overall same outfit. I do kind of want to change outfits, but also I don't know what else to put. And every time I have checked, I haven't checked since, so but I'll get gear for level 50. I'm sure so. I'll see what that looks like because right now, yeah, it's overall at level 50 stuff. So okay. We need to go there. So Cortus, once again. Ishgard, let's go. I just clear this because that's going to annoy me. Up. God, I always like where I was just a minute ago. The reason why I'm usually there is because I just like being in a little spot in Limsa where I know no one's going and no one's chatting, and it's fine because people usually chat around the Aetheryte, and people were just there chatting. The exact people I'm trying to not be near when I can just vibe in Limsa. So I was annoyed at that. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, go away. I literally stay here so I don't have to see you chatting in the main chat instead of just talking in your fucking DMs like everyone else. But that's fine. I know it's like old man hater behavior, but like you have so many ways to talk to people without like polluting the main chat, and those people don't give a fuck, and They sometimes talk about very crude stuff in main chat, even though this is a game that children play sometimes, so it annoys me to no end. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. If you have shit to say, say it in your DM, say it in your party, say it in your free company, I don't know. They're also all French, so it pisses me off even more. They speak in English, but they're French, so I'm always like, ugh. What example he chose. Anyways. Here we go. Here we go. Greetings, your timing, my friend, is impeccable, for it just happened that at this very moment I have need of your assistance. While our lovely Lady Liveva has been out making herself a target for every cutthroat cur in the realm, I have been focusing my efforts on our main objective. Training? Pah! That'll be time enough for training later. You've been training for 20 years and you are like a lower level than I am, and I've been training for a week. No, I speak of our ultimate goal of spreading knowledge of the Chalayan school of astrology throughout the Holy See. As you know, the Vault recently turned down my request to allow Lady Liveva to speak before them. But I am not one to be turned away so easily. No, I have a plan. I will entreat Chief Astrologian Voldemort to draw up an official recommendation. The Vault will not so quickly dismiss the words of a man of such standing. Yes, I know mine uncle loathes me with a passion rarely seen even in young lovers. Okay. And there is really no reason why he would aid our cause, being a staunch opponent of change and all. But that does not mean we cannot try. And if we fail, well, then we can try again, and again, and again, until he is annoyed, so annoyed that he writes us a recommendation simply to see us out of his thinning hair. And by we, I mean you. I get why no one likes you, Jannequinard. I really get why no one likes you. Considering how red the chief astrologian became the last time I visited him, I reason it would be detrimental to mine uncle's health should I arrive at his place of research, and we almost certainly would not want him to fall ill or collapse before he penned us a recommendation. Okay, let's go see your uncle. Where is he? What the fuck is your where's the... Oh, it's in fucking Cortes Central Highlands. Ah, okay. What? Oh yeah, but that's yeah, that's something else. Okay. Up. Almost heard my name there. What? What? What did I say that almost sounded like Nan? Ah, no one likes you, Jannequinard. Yeah, Jan and Nan have a similar... No, everyone loves Nan, everyone hates Jannequinard. Very different. Very, very different. Up. God, I remember the observatorium. This is what made me also hope a lot for Astrologian. It was like, oh, so pretty. But then the Astrologian path is not all this, so... Sad, but it's fine. I love this place. The people are rude, but I do love this place. Oh, so that's his uncle! This guy's his uncle. He's a piece of shit. Yeah, no wonder. You have to do a bunch of quests for this guy in Heaven's Ward, and he's so annoying. Who dares to disturb me this fine evening but Jannequinard's new manservant? I suppose you came here for this? Jannequinard never ceases to amaze, does he? Not only does the lout have the nerve to ask me for aid, but he then refuses to do the common courtesy of accepting that aid in person. Even the entitled little shite. True. More worried about his popularity amongst the fairest sex than how his action disgraces his family's name. Okay, so now we're calling him a playboy? So much to know about this guy. Ha, the slow jack, I suppose. You're wondering why in the world I of all people would agree to such nonsense. Well, it is simple. Allowing the heaven astrologian to dig her own grave in front of the entire vault in the Guardian astrologian community will only serve to accomplish what I wished from the very start. Shallian astrology has no place in Ishgard. It has no place in Eorzea. It has no place in this world. It's dangerous and it serves no purpose but to take our eyes off of what is truly important, using astrology to free us from the dragon menace. I hate to tell you, there is no more dragon menace. I kind of cleared that up. And ensure man's return to Halon's kingdom. The Viva's dithering will only make that much clearer. And Jannequinard, perhaps, this will finally spell his downfall. He has only been allowed to continue his nonsense because he is armless, too caught up in the luxury of being in line to count the Durander's title to actually put forth any real effort in furthering his cause. Shallian astrology is but an oddity which he can boast about at balls to get him in bed with a slatternly maze of lower houses. God, if my uncle was talking about me like that, ooh. It's impressive. We talk with so many different people, and yet none of them likes this guy. And they all they don't dislike him, they all hate him. Which is wild. His father has protected him thus far, but allowing him and this lady to speak, there will be no brushing under the rug to shame this brings forth. Jannequinard will be finished. Well, cool. Bloody hell, what the hell? What the fuck? Oh, not what I wanted. I wanted this. God. Impressive that I hate his uncle. I've met him for main story stuff. Hated the guy. But now that I know he hates his nephew, I'm actually maybe he's slightly based. I can see his point, you know. God, I love this little passage in between Cortes and Ishgard. So cute. Inform me right away once Chief Sergeant Follemont has denied my request for a letter of recommendation, so we might begin to work on our next request. Is this? Cannot be, it is. The seal of Follemont's. How did you? What did he say? No, wait, mayhaps it is better that I do not know. Well, this changes everything. I will have to arrange another meeting with the vault, summon the cardinals during their manor. We can read wine, and sparrow stuffed pheasant, and pheasant stuffed goose, and goose stuffed chocobo, and bards, a whole troop. Not to eat, of course. No, I fear I will no longer be able to join you on Lady Leviva's next opening of the gates. Do give her my regards, though, when you see her in Mordona. God, you're such a piece of shit. Let's go to Mordona. I'm so happy I have money again. Oh, you can't see any. I have 1 million gil, which is very positive. This is great, but like I'd love to know where my quest is, please. Oh, it's there. Okay. Here you go. I have 1,019,866 gil. Happy day. Been doing a bunch of roulette with Helene and some treasure maps with Helene and Nan, so very happy that the money's back. It always fluctuates since I'm still leveling up blacksmith, and there's a lot of shit to buy. Ooh, nice. For once, we were not the bandits' targets. We came across this young woman, and she was being dragged into the hills. Though we drove her abductors away, I suspect they have already mustered the courage for a second attack. It's a good thing that you and Jan... It's a good thing that you arrived. Oh yeah, because he isn't there. When you did. The girl claims she's a student of Athenaeum, and recently overheard Jannequinard mention that we would be conducting another gate opening in Mordona. She journeyed here on her own hopes of having a chance to witness your astromancy firsthand. I say we give her something to remember. Let's go! Oh, there's more over there. Move! I fully forgot about my cards the entire time. Well, that's fine. Whew. You have my apologies, Lady Liviva. I do not think... Your only fault was the insatiable thirst for knowledge. A realm where one must apologize for being a victim is no realm worth living in. Oh, she's so cute. She has little stars and everything. Pink, hot pink piercing, little stars, makeup, little purple, glasses, blonde pixie cut. You go. I know what you are. But why would those men attack me? I believe it is now quite obvious that these bandits were not meant for you, but for me. It would seem that certain parties fear the spread of Shalayan astrology, and will stop and not to prevent it. My Shalayan constellation shard to bandits. It must have been torn when they seized me. Here, you may take mine. I have the stars committed by memory. Okay, this has no link with anything. I responded to... There was... Okay, this is the longest story. Someone made a TikTok about how incarceration for violent crimes isn't the answer, and how people can, you know, how rehabilitation can work and how it can actually be used and stuff like that, and the fact that she is an educator specifically for minors of SA and violent crimes, and so how she works and how that work evolves and what it does and how, you know, it works and everything. And she talked about that. And someone had commented, "You'll trust people too much." And I responded to that saying, "You don't know that, that's the thing. If you had gone in completely different circumstances, you might have. It's not for certain, but the thing is everyone has the potential to be a dangerous individual," which I do believe in. Like, the whole, like, I think it's DC Comics or whatever, is it? Like, you're one bad day away from being being a villain, like something like that. Like, of course, overall it's more complicated than this, but like, that's the truth. Like, you don't, like, if you had been grown under completely different circumstances, you don't know if you would have grown up to be someone that might have done those things. You don't know that. That's the whole point. And if you don't believe in rehabilitation, then there's a lot of other beliefs that you can't really assign yourself to, I think, because then they don't mean anything. Like, how do you call yourself a leftist? How do you call yourself all those things if you don't believe that you can actually better people and that people can actually evolve? I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying we're doing it anytime soon, but I'm saying it's a possibility and people need to work towards it. And someone responded to me with a long-ass comment that's just very sweet. And I was like, okay. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, that person said, like I said in another comment, quote unquote, "Man can do what he wills, but he cannot will what he wills." End quote. It's easy to say I would never do that, but we didn't choose to become the person that felt and acted that way. If we had the exact same thought and feelings as an offender, we would be the offender. But as your comment demonstrates, most people don't recognize that because they like to believe they are special in some way, that they make good choices and that they are a good person. Virtue is a game of dice and some people lose. But that's a scary thought because it reveals that even good people can be molded into bad, and people can't imagine that good on you for knowing better. And I'm like, oh, that's quite nice. Because like at first I read the comments and I'm like, why are you responding to me rather than the person saying you trust people too much? And then in the end I'm like, oh, okay, that's quite sweet. Yeah. When I see like someone responded to like a TikTok comment or something, I do tend to try to see if I can reply immediately, or at least like just see the comment immediately, because TikTok does this very fun thing that if you don't click on the notification, sometimes if you go into the app later, actually most times if you go into the app later, you just don't see the comment at all. So it's very fun. Like most times you don't even get fucking notification if someone replies to you, and even more times when you get one, if you don't click on it immediately, like you will never find that comment again. It's so annoying. Let me talk to people online, even if it's me just complaining and arguing. Let me have my my enrichment. Anyways, very different topic of everything, but you know, interesting conversation topic. Okay, I don't know how I will back to FF14. I don't know how I'll ever be able to, but I think I will think of something. Just you wait, I will repay this kindness tenfold. Oh. FF14 actually has good like messaging around that kind of topic as well. Not always, but sometimes they do have good messaging around rehabilitation and what makes someone who they are and stuff like that. So it's quite nice. God, my hair does this great thing where like it will look good IRL, but on camera it looks shit, and that pisses me off so much all the time. I'm like, it looked fine when I looked in the mirror 5 minutes ago. Why does it look like that? Because of the camera. Lady Leviva, you mentioned something about certain parties wanting to prevent the spread of Charlian astrology. Have you any idea who they might be? I do, but I shall require more proof before I can be certain. You and Ev should be able to assist me with that. However, as I say, first things first, we have a gate to open. Her haircut, I've said this before, but her haircut is so cute. I love the little like fleeks out of her little pigtails. So cute. I love the color as well, like the nice light purple. It's really cute. There! The ear! Focus, Ev. Focus, and the constellation's ether. Twine with your own. It is said through the fifth heaven flows a mighty river, carrying the water spilled forth from the skull's vessel. In that water is the strength of all that have come before, and all who will follow. Thew spun through Nemia's loom. I think Nemia, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to recheck, but I think Nemia is the goddess I pledged allegiance to when I made my character. Thew from which might and metal is weaved. You just talked to me about weaving. Why is it a jug of water? And now the power of the ear is forever yours, and forever shall it point you to victory. While I cannot forgive our patron for skipping yet another of his lessons, I cannot deny that the passion hidden deep beneath all this pottery. This is so pretty, by the way, like with at night with all the crystals and the flowers being white and purplish and blue, and like this looks almost like the moon in the background. This is so pretty. I cannot deny that the passion hidden deep beneath all his posturing may have its uses. Word of our field is spreading, and our inherent nature has begun to stir. Curiosity is proving the better motivators than skepticism and faith. Our time may come soon. The ewer blazes in the welkin, unlocking another gate. Yeah, I think that was who I... Let me check. Yeah, Nimia's a spinner. That's my guardian. I remembered right. It was so hard because they have so many good guardians and stuff. In like so many good gods and everything. And I was like, do I go emo? Do I go artsy? I did go artsy in the end. Don't tell me Lady Leviva was attacked again. I knew it. And without a reading, my talents grow by the day. Not really, no. What is this you claim? A fellow astrologian was moved by my words and went to witness the unlocking. That is amazing. I wonder, who could it be, though? I would certainly recall speaking in detail to a young, supple, mind. Not gonna lie, Jannequinard, when I met you, I did not think this would be a part of your character. And I'm not happy that it is. I must find this woman and hold another special lesson with her. Ugh. Lesson? As that reminds me, Lady Leviva asked me to teach you a new technique before you head to open the 5th Heaven's Gate, which you have already gone and done. It appears that you were able to overcome your ordeal without it. Yes, according to my lesson plan. You still wish me to teach you the technique? Very well then. Though I do not really see the point. God, you're so annoying. You are so annoying, dude. You're such... Like, you're the definition of a poser, literally. I learned gravity! Yippee! What does it do? Deals unexpected damage up until 100. Oh, it's an AoE! Let's go! You're going here. Thank you. Lady Leviva tells me that you are nearly ready to open your 6th and final gate. Yes, I said final. We all know there are 7 heavens, but opening the 7th is impossible. I'm guessing this is what will happen in the 50... Like, in the level 50 from 60? Yeah. Well, except upon death, of course. An attempt to attune to the pole star would be sheer madness, and most certainly spell your doom. Ah, but look at me. Even now attempting to tutor the great Ev. When it is obvious the talent far surpasses mine, forgive me. Lady Leviva has yet to depart from the location of the final gate. Doubtless she fears that another bandit attack, but whatever the reason, she remains on the 2nd floor and has asked for you to visit her at her earliest convenience. Yeah. Hi, Gollipop. You have come far since that fateful day our paths first crossed in the Black Shroud. And now, here we are, on the cusp of your attainment with the 6th heaven. Time truly waits for no man, does it? Before we set forth on this task, I wish to teach you a technique known as synastry. But temporarily, enjoining your fate with that of companions, they will reap the stars beneath, as do you. Oh yeah, this is the thing, as you can like connect with another player. That's so cool. I saw that because I was looking at like what abilities I hadn't unlocked because I wasn't doing the job quest, and I was like, oh, that one's really cool. As a passable journeyman astrologian, you already yield sufficient control over ether. You need only focus to it upon establishing a bond with a chosen ally to achieve synastry. Yes, this is what I want. God, it's going to be weird but fun to learn. Okay. I'm going to put you over here, I think. Maybe I'll put you up rather. Yeah, usually I put that kind of stuff over there. Okay. God, I want to test this so badly. Generate an etheric bond with target party member. Each time you cast a single target healing spell on yourself or party member, the party member with whom you have the bond will also recover HP equaling 40% of the original spell. This is a good thing, I'm guessing, to put on the tank. Paladins also have that kind of thing where like you link to them. I wonder what that does, because I've had that a few times where a paladin like linked with me on the thing. I think they're like healing you. I think it's a similar thing where like you link with him and then with them, and then you have like shared healing or something. I've had that a few times in PvP. It was quite nice, and I always was like, oh, I wonder what that is. And I know dancers also have this. They have like a dance partner ability, but I don't know what that one does. I know you have to choose a dance partner at the start of the duty, and so people sometimes are complaining, being like, why? Like, I've seen people be like, oh, that person, like, the dancer only, like, chooses, like, the partners and stuff, like, IRL partners as dance partners and stuff, even though they're supposed to, like, prioritize this and this and this, and I was like, ooh, that looks complicated, I'm not excited for this. I'm slightly excited to level up dancers, so that looks a bit fun. I think, like, the way I'm going to do with these job quests is, once I'm done with Astrologian, I think I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 other jobs that are like a bit quicker, that like start at a higher level, and then I'll get back to jobs that like you have to get back at level 1. I think, like, because Machinist and Dancer really tempt me, so I might do those 2. They're both physical range DPS. Ew. I haven't done a physical range DPS, so I should do that next tour. So either one or the other, and then I'll go back to and maybe I'll do another one that's also like already leveled up a little bit. Maybe Red Mage, since I need since it's good to have Black Mage in my mind when I'll do that one. And then I'll go back to something that starts level 1, whatever I decide to do. We shall see. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yes, I'm getting armor. I believe you are ready to tune with your final constellation. The location of your next lesson is actually not far. I assume your travels have taken you to Camp Dragonhead. Excellent. I, as always, will go ahead to make a final readings. If each of your previous outings are any indication, the bandits which harry us will most likely jump at this opportunity, so I would have Quimperin scout the area ahead of time and report any suspicious activity to the knights garrisoned at the camp. Let someone else bloody their hands for a change, I say. Feel free to tell Jannequinard of our plans, though I do not doubt he already has some of his own. Whee! Lady Liva has already departed. Well, then she must have leaped from the window. Oh, I didn't see her use the front door. I dare say that means we will be traveling alone, huh? Of course I will be attending. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know, because I need to stop insulting this guy. I mean, do I? But also I should chill. Let's go, come Dragonhead. I think once I'm done with it annoys me because I kind of want, once I'm done with with Endwalker to like change my character's look for Downtrail, since they'll be like closing an arc, starting an arc. If that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I'll change it a lot, but I have a few things I'd like to at least see if I like. But the annoying thing is when Evercold comes out, then we'll get a new color picker. So what I might do is I might like change maybe the haircut or something once I get to Downtrail. Or like see if I like the ones I have up. And then maybe actually go with the color picker once Evercold comes out. I don't know, I'll see. I have 2 Fantasia, and I have still my free haircut ticket, so still a lot of stuff. Okay. Evan Jannequinard, well done. It appeared giving my constellation map to that astrologian in Rutherford was unwise, as my readings for the location on the 6th heaven has proven slightly off. However, a second calculation has shown that we are close. The optimal location lies just north of here, in a derelict tower known as the Still Vigil. No! Not the Still Vigil! You have the look of the learned about you. Might I ask if you've seen this star map before? It wasn't the person of an astrologian who came to us seeking help after being attacked. Ah, no. Sorry. You! Not all her talking. You've got the look I've learned about you. Might I ask you if you've seen this star map before? It wasn't the person of an astrologian who came to us seeking help after being attacked. That is my map, the one I gifted to the astrologian in Wraithfrost. Do you mean to tell me she was set upon again? Your map? Well, then I'm going to have to ask you to accompany me for questioning. The astrologian claims you wrestled this chart from one of her assailants before escaping their grasp. Lady Leviva, why would you assault... You know we saved her, we told you this, and yet... Why would you assault the self-served woman you risk your life saving? Because she did not. Why would you even think something so foolish? This must be some sort of misunderstanding. I was present at the assault. We saved the young maid, of which you speak, from a party of bandits, and Lady Leviva gave her own constellation map to replace the one damaged by our assailants. My Lord Ev here was also a witness to these proceedings. Well, we have our own witnesses that are otherwise. So until we can have a trial, an educator who can pass his judgment, Miss Leviva will have to come in for questioning, for she herself has admitted the map is hers. It's alright, I have not to hide, and arguing here will not bring any of us closer to the truth. If anything, I wish to confront this woman who would bring false accusation against those who saved her life. Very well then. Take me where you will. I shall answer all of your questions, and you will soon learn who is spouting falsehoods. My friends, you need not worry overmuch, for I shall be in the company of temple knights where no harm might befall me. I will return once I have proven my innocence. Yes, temple knights are totally not, like, in cahoots with the guys that want you dead. Yeah, and also she's the girly pup we saved. No harm, Quaver, that knight was a self-same astrologian whom we saved in Mordona, the astrologian who now claims we attacked her. Are you saying the astrologian was a temple knight? No, listen, my lord. I'm saying the astrologian is no more an astrologian than she is a knight. I'm saying we have been played. We've fallen victim to a ruse that has landed Lady Leviva in the hands of those who have been attempting to kill her since she set foot in Eoja. Then you're saying she won't be safe in the presence of a temple knight. He's so unnerving. It's like, those weren't temple knights, my lord. However, they were wearing the colors of our knights, most heavenly. And if we were to assault them in the near and heavily garrisoned Camp Dragonhead, we would be struck full of arrows before anyone asked us why we even drew our blades. No, we must shadow Lady Leviva's captors and wait for an opportunity to take her back. How exciting! Can I take points? Oh, no, of course not. Oh, that's so cool. I'm just staring at him and like going. I also wanted to have my weapon out. Why is it closing in on each other? Like, chill, dudes. Okay, I'll go here. You two are very close. The succeedant is such a name. There's a lot of those as well. Like, you're cutting his legs. Quimperant, like go a little bit to the side or something. I don't know. You okay? You need help. Quimper needs help, I think. Jannequinard, as always, doing nothing, being useless. You really need maybe new boots or something, but like you have issues, dude. See him in the corner. Here we go. You really have issue in the snow, don't you? What are you doing, dude? Am I supposed to go get the guy that was alone over there? I think I can't. Okay. Ooh. It was an airship. Ooh. Sunglasses. Very needed in that climate. Just as expected, these fools have led me straight to the answer I've sought in my arrival in the backwood realms. And if I'm not mistaken, my trusted companion should be arriving right about... No, I'll be taking this. She's so cool. Ooh, Black Mage. The moment you lift off that terror ship, the whole land will know you are not a true temple knights, and you will be made to answer for your crimes. Oh my god, Helen's playing Final Fantasy XIV. Once you're in the air, it will not matter what everyone knows. You fool, we will not be returning once we have slain you and your friends. Always gotta. No one shall stand in the way of my fate, especially not some dog's body of the forum. Okay, Ula, everyone fighting. Where is my guy? Quimperin, over there. Okay. Quimperin, no. Up here we go. So this. Also this. Are the other two doing okay? Deliver. Take that. You. Take this. Fuck, he's so bad at his job. Here. You. Here. Also this. No. Yep. Quit whimpering! No! Come here. So take this. Oh, these were fine now. There you go. My god, Helena's logged in. Can you believe this? Oh. Of course I use Temple Knights for force. I recognize his religion we saved almost immediately, and I find it insulting that they believed I would not. I also knew that they would lead me to the true perpetrators if I played along. Fully aware of that your loyal free would follow. And I am pleased that you also knew we would somehow crawl away out of the little tussle with our lives, because I am uncertain for most of the journey. Well, I was certain Ev would make it, for the stars have already told me he would unlock the 6th gate here at the Still Vigil. The very location we ended up at, despite our unexpected ordeal. Your fate, Jannequinard, well, I never bothered reading it, for I thought that you would skip this lesson like you have every other one. Ooh, pretty. Ev, gaze upon the sky and open your soul to the final constellation, the spear. The spear is the gate to the sixth heaven, where the Fury resides in a palace of ice carved by her own spear. Ice formed of moonbeams collected by the lover, Menfina. The spear fills us with not only the power to overcome our enemies, but also the compassion which is necessary to grant those same enemies mercy. You got to a point where you forget stars in your constellation. Okay, I know it's only those, but like this one looks really like it would be in. And now that power is yours to see directed to those whose fates require it. It is done. You have attuned yourself to the 6 lower heavens. And now that you know their strength, the true journey begins. The spear blazes in the welkin, unlocking the gate to the 6th heaven. You have my congratulations, Ev. What has taken me more than 15 summers to accomplish, you have done, and more in a matter of moons. Yeah, because I actually worked for it. And went to my lessons. But our time together has taught me that, despite what we may believe they are, we all have our roles, and each role is just as important as the other. Without taking both Quimperin and you under my wing, you would have never saved the Liviva from her silence, meaning, in a way, I saved Lady Liviva. No, you didn't. Please jump off the roof. Not that I am the one to take all credit for such heroism. You piss me off. Nor shall I take credit for this missive that never would have been discovered were it not for me taking you and Quimperin under my... Ah, the cold stare. It befits this godforsaken place, point taken. As it breaks the seal and you see what we... Why, this handwriting, I've seen it many times before, is mine uncle's. But that would mean... It would mean the highest ranking astrologian in all of Ishgard has been attempting to assassinate us. If the tribunal were to hear of this, he would be hanged. And a hanging will only earn us another ill-tempered orthodox astrologian and willing to open his eyes to the benefits of a discipline. No, we can't use this missive to our advantage. As long as this remains in our hands, so too does the chief astrologian. Are you saying we use this missive to blackmail Folmort? I am saying we'll merely grant the chief astrologian his life in exchange for a little assistance in furthering our just and noble cause. Sorry. No more, no less. I see, you are quite the devilet, my dear. Very well, I will summon mine uncle to the astroscope. There we can present him with our offer. Okay, we're on the same continent, that's fine. Bam 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 bam. Da da da. Why must you insist on pestering me, Jannequinard? I give you your letter, now let me be. Ah, but that would be the only letter you have written. But that would not be the only letter you have written lately, would it? Perhaps you recall that letter for the forum. A letter carried by a party of less than savory characters who attempted to kidnap Lady Leveva and deliver her to the Tralalians. Not to mention kill me, my manservant, and my good friend Ev here. Who you may have forgotten is currently another guest of House for Thames. A letter drawn up and signed by none of us a new uncle. Oh, but do not presume to misunderstand us. We wish neither your disgrace nor your death. At least, not at our hands. In fact, we wish very little from you. Not, you might say, in a sense that you are to never again use your influence to hamper our efforts at spreading Chalayan authority here in Ishgard. Involve yourself no more in the affairs of me or my guests, and your secret remains safe. I will even forgive you for trying to have me murdered, if that is, you give me your word. It's not as you've left me with much choice. You have my word, but know that silencing me will not make your nonsense any more accepted in the vote. There are others who will see you fall. Others for who care little whether or not I speak my piece. We are fully aware of the peaks we have left to scale. However, we shall not let that discourage us. I have been shown a path that altogether plan on walking, and the stars shall guide my way. The stars foretell many things, my dear, and not even the best reader can see them all. Don't forget this. So we have silenced him, but to hear him tell it, he was the least of our worries. I got the attire. Okay. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing I'm going to get her outfit. Oh no, it's not her outfit. Wait, did it all go in my inventory? Oh god. Fuck's sake. Wait, up. Oops. Wait, no. What level? 50, okay, who cares? Give me a sec, I need to put everything up. Here we go, and this. Here we go. Ugh. That better. Yeah, that one's less good. Okay, up. I always have too much stuff. So annoying. Here we go. Okay. This would be the outfit. It's not overall the ugliest thing, it's just not good for me, and I can't use glamour plates here. Okay, I'll use glamour plates a bit later. I'll have to be like this for a little bit. Now that Formont has so graciously agreed to discontinue his meddling into affairs, I believe we may find our peers and colleagues more receptive to our proposals. Perhaps I shall begin with another trip to the vault to inquire about them reconsidering my petition to grant Lady Levivaz the opportunity to speak with the Conclave. We have all our strengths, Jannequinard, and none will deny yours is convincing seemingly sane people to your bidding. Ebb here is a testament to that. I look forward to hearing of your progress. As for myself, there's still some questions I need answered. The first being how exactly did Follemont come into contact with the Charlian assassin? Quimperin, attend me. I wish to visit Foundation and learn if there have been any sightings of suspicious foreigners. Suspicious foreigners. Might I suggest that I do the same thing at the observatorium? Perhaps the second call to a new ally will have mine uncle recall aught he may have pretermitted in the heat of a previous comment. Okay. Seven Hurls, a rude there I see you now is Charlian. Please, I've done all you asked. What more do you want from me, blood? Or are you simply here to boast? Or perhaps you wish to know how Charlian came to be involved in my scheme. I thought as much. If it was so important, why didn't your Lady Levivaz ask me earlier? Her head is so far in the stars she failed to see what unfolds around her on the ground. The truth is, it was never my scheme in the first place, it was the Charlians. They came to me not long after Professor Mace's ship was diverted to Tanalan. Yes, I say diverted, the pirates in the Strait of Melthor, the magically manipulated storm off Rotano, always staged to prevent your friends from ever arriving, but when they did, the Charlian were forced to change their plan. They were required to help hiring local hands discreetly, some things they could not do as foreigners. I agreed to lend them my aid because I felt we both stood to benefit from the disappearance of Jannequinard and that full shit. Calm down. Chill, dude, chill. That's why we talk to Josiah when we're doing the MSQ here and not with you. Let's see. I learned not. I'm Batman. I've jumped from this tower down so many times, and yet this is the first time I fell on the lamp. Parkour! This is so funny. I wish I was in a better outfit. I am the knight. Hi. This is so funny to me. Like, with my cat, with my flying cat on my shoulder as well. Like, look at those two. Let's see. Here. Well. Okay. Here we go. I tried so many times to jump so that I would fall in the middle of this, but I don't think I ever succeeded. Up. The Chief Surgeon, there is rarely a day where he is meeting visitors from across the realm and beyond. While this past moon he has been entertaining guests of very distinct markings on their face. As thought Formont once they hailed, and he only turned off. Okay, thanks. here. Here we go. Okay. Oh. The giant came to him. Can only mean then that my uncle was only a pawn in a much larger game. A game that began long before we even became involved. Think back, Ev. The bandits in the Black Shroud and those pirates you described that attacked you during Zalominda. They all had strange facial markings, as did our fourth astrologian. It's called makeup, Bibu. It is not much, but perhaps Lady Leviva will be able to make more sense out of it all. Despite the time we have spent together, I have this feeling she has yet to completely be honest with us. But look at me, a beloved relative tried to have me killed, and the next day I began doubting everyone. What a sad state of affairs. Perhaps to clear my head I should call on the fine young Viscountess visiting House Jannequinard from a family stead in the Eastern Highlands. This information on Falmont Associates should be relayed to Lady Leviva immediately. Would you be so kind? I seem to recall them saying they'd be questioning highborns in the pillars. God, yeah, have fun. Have your sex friend home while we work. Swear. Oh, here you are. My lord, were you able to learn anything of import at the observatorium? Oh my god, the gaily kitten did a flip. Lord Follamont was not the one to hire the Charlians. Lady Leviva will want to know. Lady Leviva, she was right here. It is such a nice view with all of the stairs. We must find her. I would not think any harm could come to her here in the center of the Holy See, but then again, that is what we believe back at Camp Dragonhead. I should search the Hoplon. Might I ask you to search in the opposite direction near the last vigil? I'm sorry, I think you've mistaken me from someone else. I should have known Leviva doesn't wear a hat. Ev! While you were speaking with Quimperant, someone approached me from behind and placed a dagger to my back. I had no choice but to be led silently away. Luckily my assailant let down his guard when we arrived at the shadows, and I was able to deliver him a swift kick to the groin. I've been running ever since. So Falmont was the architect of his scheme to drag me back to Charlie, and after all, I had my suspicions. I was a fool to believe they would simply let me leave. Do you recall when I mentioned there were people in the old world intent on hoarding the nation's knowledge? Well, it appears that my efforts to train you in Jannequinard have attracted their hire. Ev, allow me to apologize. I have not been wholly frank with you about my reason for visiting Eorzea. The truth is, I came here because of my father. My father dreamed of rekindling the Holy See's interests in Charlian astrology, believing that it would be a great benefit to the embattled people of Ishgard. He came here several moons after I was born, intending to remain for only a season. However, he never made the return journey. His dream was left unrealized, and his newborn daughter left without a father. Never once did I meet him, but every night when I look at the stars, I know that those are the same skies he too gazed upon, the same skies he used as his strength and guide. It was only natural that I followed in his footsteps. In spite of the objections from my mother, who did not wish to see her only daughter lost as well. And here I am in Eoja, almost 2 decades later, pursuing a dream my father never lived to realize. A dream that has become my own. And now someone is trying to stop me. Well, just let them try. I say just let them try. Lady Liveva, a maiden of your beauty should not wander off without an escort. Monsters hide even in the shadows of a pillar. Maiden? Flattery will earn you nothing, Jannequinard, but I will accept it. Nonetheless, tell me, what did the vault say to a proposal? How old is Liveva? She is 16! And that is why Jannequinard isn't hitting on her every 5 minutes. Source from Encyclopedia Eoja, The World of Final Fantasy XIV, page 243. Insane. There's numerous inconsistencies within the Final Fantasy XIV historical timeline, where the Shalayan Exodus is somewhere between 15 to 20 years before Realm Reborn, which already exists in a time bubble where characters do not age. This causes Leviva's age to vary in the timeline, being born both before and after Rufin's death. However, she is likely meant to stay younger. Okay. So, like, if we made actual math, she would be older because of the Exodus and when it took place, but canonically she's supposed to be 16. God, I know, I need books about the lore. I need to read books about the lore. I want to know about the Shalayan Exodus. Is there a book about it? I mean, I'm guessing the FF14 encyclopedia. They accepted it. We have been given official permission to see the Holy See to conduct a symposium of the wonders of Shalayan astrology, with you as our guest speaker. Now come, we must hurry back to the Athenaeum and begin preparations. More than 15 summers to make ready for this moment, and now I have only a matter of days. Also, the guy that we talked to, that we thought was Liveva for a second, wasn't that the pirate that kept wanting to kill Liveva? That looks like the same Elezen. Eve have been a most beguiling past few moons, I must say. I truly did not expect the turns my fate has taken. I suppose that speaks much to my capacity as a reader of the heavens. I'm not blind to what goes on in Foundation, so I will not claim that my life is in any way difficult, but that does not mean I do not have my share of troubles, however trivial they may be. Being anything but first in line to a courtship is not all whores and rainbows. The language in this job quest. Swear to God. What do you mean it's not all whores and rainbows? The court only truly cares about his newly appointed heir. Just like the rest of my family, they expect great things from him. From me, they expect nothing. For a long time, I tried to prove that I could be as great as my cousin. It is why I went Shalayan. It is why I have tried to do things I had no business even trying. Then once I realized no one was looking, I simply stopped caring. My actions becoming more and more outlandish, because at the end of the day, that is what everyone expected. But then you two walked in that door and helped me realize that maybe life is more than a coffin you have been fitted for me. Maybe the fate I believed was mine was not mine at all. And for helping me see that, Eve, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Who's your cousin? Do we know who your cousin is? We probably know. It's so funny every time I go to the wiki because the visuals of the old version, so they look so like so different. Somehow it's the exact same, but also so different in the like amount of details and everything, and the like render. Yeah. Additional information, there is nothing. Who's your cousin? He's 32, by the way. Because his house is around there, so... Oh boy, Jannequinard would torpedo the plot of every romance manga in existence. He's one of the smartest idiots in the game. He's the definition of high wisdom and low intellect. That's so funny. Okay, anyway. Here we go. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, apparently there's whew, wait, here we go. Oh, you can't see shit, you just see white. There's a lot of text on this post. Yeah. And inconsistencies with the Astrologian questline and Durandare family, so we don't know who his cousin is. Is the short story, short response of it all. We might know, but there's also like a lot of Durandare misconceptions. One of the son is missing, second son is him. We don't know if his uncle is his real uncle. Like, apparently it's a bunch of bullshit. So I will not ask further questions. What I will do though is I will go to the bathroom. So up. I will be right back, and then we'll continue with the level 52 quest. So we still have 52, 54, 56, and then we'll be up to date with my levels. Be right back. Up. Okay, I'm back. Up. Up. There we go. Back to work. I have good news and bad news. The good news is preparations for the synopsium of Charlian astrology have been progressing smoothly, as we have expectedly encountered very little resistance from the vault. They have even gone to the trouble of securing us a spacious venue for the event. The bad news is the spacious venue in question lies in Falcon's Nest. Lest you wonder, I speak of the same frigid building site in the middle of nowhere that you doubtless have heard so many good things about. Yes, my friend, that Falcon's Nest. It's supposed to be me a blessing in disguise. I am just not certain what that blessing may be. Perhaps we should make for that hamlet and see. Go. Falcon's Nest. Oh yes, that Falcon's Nest, that's when I did the MSQ, I got lost in 20,000 times and I could never find where the fuck I need to go. Is that Falcon's Nest? Oh, here we go. Thank fuck you're not inside a building. They did that so much with this specific, like, place. They would put so much of the quests inside the buildings. It'd be so annoying because they have, like, multiple levels and everything. So they'd be like, no, it's up, no, it's down, and whatever. And, like, there's multiple buildings, but they all kind of, like, connect in a weird way. So, like, it was so hard to find where the fuck the quest was. It pissed me off so much. Greetings, Ev. It appears that not only is our sorry. There you go. Got something in my teeth. Is our symposium to be held in a tiny hamlet miles away from civilization, crawling with people who cannot even spell astrology, let alone grasp how it works, but that none of us in the whole town have even been informed of our arrival. The three of us have been spending the last spell speaking with whomever will listen, inviting them to attend the event, so at least we won't be speaking just to an empty forum. Oh, or not, my friend. I've saved the Northern District just for you. You gonna be night. Now I'm paralyzed too. Then in the night when we getting lost and we getting lost and in paradise, I'm at a payphone trying to come home. All of my late stuff down on you. To go, baby, just don't go. Shall I astrology, eh? You're a heretic, 'cause you're talking like one. There's only one kind of astrology in this guard, and it ain't the heaven kind. Considering as you are an unbeliever, I suppose the knights might allow you to yap and yammer, but cause too much commotion and you'll to be disappeared like that overlord. No one was that. Bloody heretics. Bloody heretics. An outsider! There's one look deep. Is there a cutter nearby? The fuck is a cutter? Sir. Oh. Hey. Please, I have 5 children. Well, good to know. Ah, okay. Aspected. Which one? Aspected benefit. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second. I don't know the name of my spells. What is the sorcerer in my cuts? They need themselves. Are you a healer, adventurer? If so, I have another request for you. There were others of my scouting party. We were all wounded. Some of us more gravely than others. I fear that my fellow knights may be in grave danger. Would you seek them out and tend to them as you did me? I will report to Sir Redward.
but fears that by the time we can muster reinforcement, several men will have perished. My name is Batman.
Okay, guess it's too late to take it. Guess it's too late to try. All that I've seen in my life, I think in my right. You turn into mine now. I'm paralyzed too. Dancing the night when we fell in love and we had a home in paradise. I'm at a payphone trying to call home. All of my sins I spent on you. Here to go, oh baby, just don't go. All of my faith I stayed on you. I want to specify that I'm singing this song only in the spirit of the meme of the guy riding of the guy in his car yelling the song as he is driving, and everything's like oh fuck every 5 seconds. That is the only way I'm singing this. There is too late to take it. There is too late to try. Wasting all of my faith in my life. I turn out the right now. I'm to the side now. I'm paralyzed to jump in the night. Okay, I need to fuck them up. I'm at a payphone trying to call home. There it's too late to make it. There it's too late to try. I'm gonna all of my faith in the light. I turn out the light. I'm paralyzed too. In that night when we fell in love into sunset in paradise. I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my faith I spent on you. Just don't. And should be the last one, right? There you go. Bye. Good night. Okay. There you go. How did you? It is as if I was never dealt a single wound. What kind of magic do you in, my friend? You all have healers in each guard. What are you talking about? Like, everyone is acting as if no one has ever, like, done any healing in this guard. Astromancy, but I thought the stars served only to grant us insight into the Horde's movements. Why is there not more astrologians on the field? You and your companions are in Falcon's Nest to discuss that very topic. Perhaps I can persuade others in the garrison to attend. Now I must hurry back to the hamlet. My captain will want a full report on today's happenings. Is there any more to save? No, I have to go back. Ugh, I was having fun. Okay, I'll stop. There was a poor driver today in today's Barcelona GP that he had 11, at some point he had 11 laps late. Not on the first driver, not on the one in the first position, in the driver just in front of him. And the reason for that is because he retired from the race and then was sent back out. Oh. That's my Dark Knight quest. That's my Dark Knight. Biboo. Hi, I haven't seen you in so long, Sidugu. Hi, and that's Coco from from Witchat Atelier. I always think she looks like Coco. Riel. She's not, but like she has the same color. She literally has the same hair. At some point, that's Coco. And we also, of course, have Mist, which is in character, not at all like Reset? No. God, I'm missing her name, but the girl from WeChat as well. WeChat as well. Richie. But she looks like her a little bit. But yeah, that's just Coco. Hi, Sid. I missed you. I need to finish the Black Knight stuff at some point. I'll finish it when I'm finished with Gunbreaker leveling. So that way I can then get to Black Knight leveling for the MSQ, and then I'll be fine. Up. I turn my light. It's going to be so funny if I end up doing down trail with Black Knight, because like that's such a good vibes energy thing. I feel like in my head, like story wise, and then I'll just be like emoing myself out the entire time. Where have you been? When you did not return, we visited the northern gates and found an area astir with night activity. You left the hamlet to aid wounded scouts. You could have been killed, or eaten, or killed and eaten, or eaten and killed. What is this? You said your display of astromancy has impressed the knights into attending the event. This may work to advantage, but if the knights begin clamoring for astrologians to be assigned to their ranks, then the sea may just listen. Else find these good men and inform them that our symposium is about to commence.
Tall's whole-frosted balls. A single person came.
I told you it was a terrible plan. Use the confusion from the jam-packed symposium to push the target, she says. You have her out of the hamlet before her companions even know she's gone, she says. Even a blind babe could have seen that no one would gather to talk about astrology in the middle of saving. This surgeon attended to my wounds. As you can see, both me and my fellow knight made swift recoveries. Thanks to your wonderful magic, of course. Reinforcements from...
The reinforcements of garrison never arrived. Oh! Yes, I spoke with Mr. Werewolf myself. Perhaps he felt there was no need for reinforcement after I convinced him. What a couple of healer you were, yes, that most certainly is the reason, yes. And as much as we would like to attend, the captain has already assigned us to another mission. I apologize to you and your companions. Perhaps we can make the next symposium. Carry on then.
Hi, side quests. Well, that is that then. The Vault wins. Do not think of it as such, Lady Leviva. This is but one hurdle we must leap. The Vault wants us to stop and turn around, and they will continue placing hurdles before us until we do. But we cannot let that discourage us. We must carry on until we reach our destination or they run out of hurdles. Nah, you cry over hurdles. You do not know how lucky you were. Did you come from for the symposium? No, I wouldn't let anyone see me at that gathering. I'd be branded a heretic and sent to the witch trap. Or worse, they just slit my throat and toss me up to the beast, like they did with that other surgeon from the old world. The other surgeon? When was this? When you reach my age, all the summers melt together. My hair still had color, so it must have been at least a score. Perhaps more, perhaps less. There was an astrologian who was... But it was so long ago. Could not have been anyone you knew. We cannot dwell on the past. We must find new ways to interpret the cards we have been dealt, that they might benefit the present, our present. No, it could not have been anyone I knew. I never had a chance to. You're right, Jannequinard. We mustn't let the vault, or bandits, or closed minds prevent us from achieving what we came here for. The stars will point the way. The thing that's kind of wild with this whole thing is that if we, as War, go see Emmerich, don't worry, babe, we'll get you an audience in 2 seconds. Which, at this point in the story, Emmerich's in charge, so... And we'll help the people of Ishgard see that as well. Yeah, because we're level 52 quest, so yeah. Because 10 to 50... Oh no, so we had the start of Evan's Ward. Okay, yeah, no. It will be level 60 where we can go and see Emmerich and get whatever we want from him. Hang in there in a few levels. Oh, there, okay. It is the point where it starts, so yeah. I wonder where... Do I have that on my map? Oh yeah, no, because it's done. Yeah, you know. Yeah, okay. I was like, I wonder where the Dragoon headquarters are, but obviously it's Lancer, which is in Gridania, and then Dragoon quests for sure you have in Ishgard, but I was wondering, oh, where's the... Well, it's not, it doesn't exist, so it's fine. Lady Viva did not take the old man's recollection of slain astrologian well at all. I understand that hearing a fellow colleague's death might unnerve someone, but you would think she had lost her father. Oh. Jannequinard, what have you done? I will not leave this offense. You see, the astrologian of whom the old man spoke. It happened that I knew him well. His name was Ruffin, and he was my friend and confidant when I studied in Charlian. My only friend. He followed me back to Ishgard when my stay in the sea state was cut short by the Exodus. His dream was to rekindle interest in the forgotten techniques which have risen to Ishgard astrology, but this was a time when the Holy See was even more opposed to the foreign ideas as they are now. The evening I discovered him bleeding in his bureau was one of the saddest in my life. But even at the hour of his death, Ruffin remained strong, and he made me promise that I would not let his dream fade because of close-minded. Not that that has gone particularly well thus far. Yet perhaps if we reach a greater accord with the stars, they will not show us a way forward. Yeah, it's unlikely. The vault went and outdid themselves the location for our next symposium, the Convectory, a makeshift camp for a band of bickering knights. I've spoken at length with Lady Leviva about how we might handle the second inconvenience, so as not to meet the same fate within Falcon's Nest. I fear the worst, but the lady believes that we may be approaching this all wrong. That we should embrace the situation and use it to advantage. I believe she is merely unaccustomed with the thin alpine hair and her wits are not in order. Perchance, we should make for camp and see for ourselves. Having a good day? I'm sure. Okay. Love. It happens to me sometimes, just in the middle of the air, just waiting or like checking something. Like, it's very funny when you see it from the outside. It's like, oh, hey, are you? Oh, no, it's under. Okay. Oops. Yes. Okay.
Headache, someone calls the guards.
Oh, I've been there before. With the Dark Knights. Tread lightly, Ev. This is not a work of bandits. Corporate hurts were dealt by the convictors. You were assaulted by the men sworn to protect us. This is madness. Jannequinard, never go talk to Sid, because, like, you're not ready for what they do to other people. The vault led the knights to believe that a party of insurgents would be arriving to aim them in scrying the location of the horde's next attack. They took out their frustration on Porquim Perrin when they learned I can foretell the whims of a dragon, about as well as I can possess Jannequinard. But no, we must not let this discourage us. If words have no weight with this man, then let some magic do the speaking. Magic. They all sad very sadly. Okay, no, not what I want. You. You're a surgeon, you can't heal people. That's not what surgeons do! Well, guess what? It's kind of funny that they want me to absolutely only use aspected benefit specifically. My wounds, as if they were never there. Wait, who's going to believe that I slew a dragon if I haven't the wounds to show for it? I don't know whether to thank you to slit your throat. I suppose I would be able to do either if you hadn't healed me with those queer magics. Welcome, happy Pride Month, everyone. They have an obsession in FF14. It's using queer in the means of saying weird. So often. They do that all the time. The English Final Fantasy XIV script uses queer to mean weird 24/7. And is something. But queer magic that does fit well with me. So this day I see fit to forgive you. The pain's gone. How did you? Okay, well, you don't give a fuck. Oh, you again. Why is Laszlo in the game? Bye, Laszlo. You. Yeah, it's her again. What's wrong, Leveva? If you tap too deeply into your mental reserves? Perhaps you should take a moment of respite. That blood is not the knight's. As a loyal lapdog, if I asked you to state the obvious, where would your masters be, pray tell? You again. One might think that his markings would return my identity, but you Eorzeans have a singular capacity to look without seeing. I'm amazed you are not constantly wandering into bonfires and off cliffs. It's so smart that they made us see her before we saw Leveva in when we were looking for her earlier. As like a little like, oh, someone led me astray and tried to stab me and then I managed to escape. Because like, obviously, it was her. I've grown weary of this masquerade, and I am done with entrusting my fate to the realm's blundering mercenaries. My name is Sally, and I am here to take the Lady Leviva into custody, so that she can be transported back to Shalian and tried for her crimes. Taken into custody? On whose authority? You are here without permission from the Forum, performing acts which amount to treason. Your grandfather has already been detained and questioned. I am giving you the opportunity to turn yourself in, and put an end to this farce, once and for all. Do what I say, and no one will be harmed, yourself included, Lady Leviva.
But Lady Leviva, I thought you and your grandfather did dispatch on an official mission. Oh.
It seems that Leviva has not told you everything. Did you know that it was her father who was killed 15 summers past? 15 summers past, Jannequinard. Your adventure friend seems already to have put two and two together. Why he didn't tell you earlier, I cannot fathom. What else was I leaving you out of, Jannequinard? Did you run there?
But silence!
Yeah, your friend is dead. This is my final warning. When you see me again, you will either give yourself up or you will die at my blade. Think on that, Leviva.
Ev, Leviva's wound is deep. I don't believe I can heal it on my own. Lend me your aid.
Okay. Heal. Heal. Thank you, my friend. For someone who claimed she was hired to bring me back to Shalian, her aim was quite true.
Lady Leviva have silly claim that you are not here by the blessings of the Forum. Is it so? Or did you not see fit to mention this?
My grandfather knew the Forum would never allow us to come to Ishgard, and that their contemplation over the matter was merely a tactic to stand tall and discourage us. The thing is, if he came with us to save the grandpa, he would have known this. Because we were told this, because we knew, like, we've been told this. But the thing is that every time this has been mentioned, well, he wasn't there, so it's actually on you that you don't know that. What the matter was merely a tactic to stand tall to discourage us. The stars had spoken to my grandfather, and he was not about to turn a deaf ear to them. I kept silent because I did not wish to let the petty politicking of men thousands of miles to the north stand in the way of our dream. Our dream to spread the word of Shalian astrology. As such was my father's dream, until he was killed for his close-minded peasants.
But Rufin never once spoke ill of those he wished to enlighten, even at his end.
How do you know my father's name?
We were besties, Your Honor. Your father and I became close friends when I was in Shalian. When the Exodus forced me to return home, he asked if he could accompany me, saying that he wished to try and convince more those who once believed in the star's powers to look in the sky again. And we did for several moons. My countrymen were deeply skeptical and slow to warm to the idea of heathen magics. Some were even rude, but he never gave up on them, right up until he was... I was there during your father's last moments. I heard the commotion come from his room late one night and went in to check, only to find him bleeding and slumped over his diary, which he was writing when he was attacked. With his last strength, he handed me a diary and asked that I do not blame my people and I continue our work. I believe this belongs to you now.
I don't know if I can forgive those who killed my father. I don't expect you to forgive us yet, but knowing that he did, even at the moment of his death, perhaps will help you one day understand. You have always reminded me of Ruffin. Sorry. Even before I knew he was your father, your passion for your discipline equals his own, or may even exceed it. Father, you don't know what fate awaited you in this realm. Did you see all this? Did the stars have you merely paved the way for me? If they did, then I shall not allow anyone to stand in your way. You are right, good man, and so I shall allow this breach of etiquette, but if you fail to address Lady Leviva properly again, I'll have you spit shitting the privy back of Durandare Manor. Oh, leave him be, Jannequinard. Without Quimper in here, I have been tied up and shipped back to the old world moons ago. The stars have him here with me. He's not going anywhere, and neither am I. I am done with symposiums. That is not what my father wanted. He came here not to speak of astrology, he came here to use it. And so that is what I shall do. There are still many convictors who can benefit from these magics. And there are better way to come to these people of your greatness than by ensuring they remain alive young enough to sing your praises. Jane, will you tell me of my father? I would be delighted, my lady, unless, that is, you mean now, as I have prior engagement with a pair of lovely baronesses from House Vermeil, and I would not wish to keep them waiting. You should be a bit more chill about your stuff. Are we going to speak with him now? Okay, he's back at the... I'm guessing he's done with the baronesses, because, like... Do not wish to get involved in this, you know. Here you go. To think that my old friend Ruffin may have been that grim fate awaited him in Ishgard. I have seen that grim fate awaited him in Ishgard, but chose to come anyway, knowing that it would inspire both me and his daughter. God, sometimes these celestial machinations are simply too grand in scope to grasp. However, if it is as we believe, then we must, as Quimperin so bluntly stated, make sure that not disrupt our path and that fate. Perhaps this time I reveal to you a more powerful form of Malefic, so that you might be better prepared for the trials that are to follow. Ah, that furrow upon your brow suggests you could have used this spell earlier in your training. In retrospect, I would be inclined to agree. Malefic 2. Ba-ba-bow. Ugh. Yeah, it replaces the first one. I like when it does this instead of giving me another attack. I'm happy to report that Leviva is fine and well, and hasn't been attacked by bandits, dastards, curs, Shallian spies, or disgruntled knights once since her last encounter at the convictory. After restoring health to all the convictors so they might return to getting wounded again, she journeyed northwest to the Dravanian forelands. If that journey was without incident, she should be in Telfever now, tending to the chocobo hunters there. Might I suggest that we go and join her? Yes, you might. Sorry, up. Here we go. Covania. Telfever. Ba-ba-ba. Ah. Here we go. Ev, it is good to see you again. I pray you have not been neglecting your training. Now you may be wondering why I chose Telfever, of all places, to visit next. One truth of the matter is, I did not choose it at all, it chose me. The hunters here somehow hear of what we have done at the convictory, and placed a formal request to have me come and tend to Hamlet's wounded. I would like to believe this proof that words of the benefit of Shallian astrology is slowly but surely spreading through the realm. But enough talk. There are still many ailing soon that require succor. would you and Jannequinard mind assisting me again as you did in Western Highland? Of course. This village is so cute but also so annoying because if you don't have flying, it's so hard to get out of it. It's so annoying. I do love the outfits they have here though. Like, it's so cute with a little tattoo and everything. I don't know who you are, but you're good in my book. Cute. Like with the rivers and stuff, I always get confused of where you go to get out and everything. Sorry, wrong one. Honest healer here in Telfever? No, I have seen everything. I worry about you. What do you mean there's no honest healers here? It's a little sad. Where's the last one? Oh, it's over there. Praise the 12, I'm healed! These men and women have chosen a horrendously dangerous profession. A Shoggoth's talon can rip open flesh to the bone, and a single kick can knock an otherwise hale hunter out for the night. If it survives it. Many of them seem surprised, grateful of course, but surprised that we were here helping them. Does the hamlet not have its own healers? Do the temple knights not dispatch the hospitalier this far from Ishgard? He only cares for the war with the dragons. He cannot be bothered with a handful of hunters, despite the fact that these hunters are its citizens. I was told on my arrival that they managed to makeshift poultices, created using herbs gathered from around the hamlet. When the wounds are more severe, they turn to their sole barber who, well, is also the local butcher. I'm sorry, my frustration with the situation coupled with the day's efforts have me slightly drained. Might I be allowed a few moments' respite? Quimperin, Ev, would you be so kind to accompany the lady to her stroll? It has been far too long since the Shalian assassin showed her face, and a reading I conducted earlier this morning showed a day rife with conflict and confusion. Up, let's go. I'm glad you came, Ev. There's something important I must tell you. Since Jannequinard gave me my father's journal, I have spent my nights poring over his writing, trying to piece together what I could about his life. It appears he was hardworking and he trusted all, and truly wanted to help people in need. He believed that knowledge should not be hoarded like food, but shared amongst the intellectually starved. He also knew that there were those who would see him stopped, persons who used influence to trick and frighten the forum, who believed that knowledge should be kept at one's breasts, persons who saw my father as a threat. His final and few entries all speak of how he feared for his life, of how one man in particular was working to see him dead. That man's name is He's not important for the end. It turned out your father was killed by the very people he was foolish enough to trust. People who, in the slaying of a good man, proved that they were unworthy of the knowledge he so freely offered them. And now here you are, making the same mistake as he. Continue with his foolishness, and you too will suffer his fate. Ah, no, that's him. That's not... I don't know why I was like... Jannequinard? A traitor. Sorry, it was not him that was speaking. It was her. My bad. Don't dare talk of my father as if you knew him. You know nothing. Your mind is as close as the mind of those back in the old world who believe that hiding in their books will shield them from the pain and suffering of the real world. Such passion is a pity that remains misdirected. My employer only wishes to see you back safe in Chalayan. The Forum recognizes your talent. You are an asset to your nation and its people. We would have you live a long and prosperous life, so that you may rise even higher than your father ever had the opportunity to. Oh, but we know how your father stubborn to take the gift so graciously offered. I never saw this tub before. Anyway, you would rather fight, and you know, so would I. No more games, Levova. Let us end this. Right here, right now, with your precious stars as your witness. Okay, we have one samurai? No, because he has a shield. So I'm guessing like paladin core. 2 black knights. And 1 summoner. Scholar probably. Spare no one, not even the girl. Ah, fuck. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Fuck, we have more people that are on our side over there. Oh, the tail feather hunter. That's so sweet. There you go. Everyone! Get health! And get this. Okay, well. Is Prince mine? Yes, he is. Oh fuck, I gave it to the wrong person, but that's fine. Okay, use this. I gave the random person this. There we go. Grimperin, where are you? There you are. Up. Up. You specifically, like, you keep getting stuff. go. Here we go. Let's go. Hee. I will not die like your father. She said, I would not die like your father did at the end of Barbarians, dirty on the ground. And then when she died, she said, oh, the irony. That's so funny. Are you alright? I heard a commotion and came as quickly as I could. Not as quickly as this for. You remember the hunters so gravely wounded not less than a bell ago? If memory serves me, they could barely lift a finger, let alone rush headlong into heated battle to help turn the tides. Ah, don't be so hard on silk shirts. Turned out we didn't need his help any road. I like them. Who would have thought it, eh? Real life fighting astrologers. Now we truly have seen everything. Bye bye. Thank you for your help. Liviva, dare say those men would not have risked their lives had they little respect for us or our craft. You were right, our actions here have done more than promote Charlie and astrology in any long-winded discourse. That's why I expect this very night to tell of your daring deeds will be told 100 times over in a mead all across the Forelands. Which means I will not be long before the Forum has heard as well. We Shallians may have officially abandoned this realm, but all ears remain. He is the one who hired Sally, he is who I think it is, then I expect not less than a formal edict from extradition to be issued. God, I'm excited to know more about Shallian. I don't know if we... I'm not going to say anything because I don't want spoilers obviously, but I hope we go to Shallian more and like explore more with the MSQ, because like this is so interesting. An edict of extradition, but Shallian has no power to force Ishgard to deliver a force into their hands. Did we? Because like, wait. Am I mixing Shallian with something else? World law-wise, there are no way for someone to become a citizen of Shallian other than by being born there. This is so interesting. Oh, okay, it's a city-state, no, an empty. It's in Dravanian hinterlands, yes. Oh, so Alice and Alfino come from there. Yes, that makes sense. Grahati also comes from there. Okay, Matoya too. Well, Matoya, yeah, we have Matoya's cave like over there. I remember looking that up. Oh, Monbrida comes from there. That's why she has the same haircut. Urenge, Ishtola, Papalimo. Who is not a resident from there? There's only fucking Thancred that's like... Rambros. In order 60 states. It was situated in the northwest of Aldena. I'm sure there's stuff that I've read in the MSQ but I forgot. Shallians was a keeper of wisdoms both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed. Even the Gallian knew to fear them. Okay, so feared Shadowringers. Forum elected to remain a non-interventionist policy, though individual Shallians disagreed and set off their own in groups to leave their mark. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Almost no news was carried from the Shallian motherland, who had to cut themselves off from the world rather than partake in the struggle against the Gallian oppression or the Ashen Stark machinations. The Shallian kept to their own counsel. Okay, this feels... I'm reading the start of like the Shadowbringers Shallian thing, and like this feels like post-post Shadowbringers because it's stuff that just happened for me in the MSQ. So I'm like, I'm not reading this because like after the Gallian Empire fell to destructive civil war. Yeah, I'm in the midst of it. I haven't solved this yet. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Okay, I see, I see, I see.
The motherland.
Sorry, I'm so always interested. It's so funny that like most of our scions come from there, even though they're city state that's like closed and you're not supposed to be able to leave or go in. It's like most of the characters we associate with are from there. Even Tancred grew up there after being taken by Louisoix. Yeah, that makes sense. Louisoix is like a important member. Like all the scions are like, oh, you come from Chalayan? Come here, buddy. You're a scion of the Seventh Dawn. I'm guessing, yeah, when you're scholar, maybe you get more stuff from that. Because Kryle is also from there. Yeah, like Louisoix, someone that I don't know, there's also Levier, Alfino, Alessei, Uranger, Yustola, Monbrida, Matoya. I mean, makes sense Monbrida would be from there if Uranger is. Papalimo, Rambros, Grahatia, Kryle. That's also where the tattoos come from. They are a sign that you have reached the range of Arkan. Oh, that's the thing. That's why our wall doesn't get the tattoos. I thought it was just like, you're a Scion, which makes no sense because Gratia has them before you get there. That's so interesting. The logo is fun as well. I remember what means that's where. Yeah, Old Chalayan and Labyrinth Folks. Yeah, Old Chalayan is that. No, but it's called as Harbor, so I'm guessing, yeah. Ah, okay, then it's in Endwalker. Okay, that's why I haven't gotten it yet. I'm not getting spoiler, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so we learn more about them in Endwalker, I'm guessing, since we go there in Endwalker, apparently. Exciting. Ugh. Getting teased with stuff I can't know yet. Not allowed to know. No, I haven't seen anything spoilery. I'm being very careful. I'm like reading the start of stuff, and if I see something that I like haven't seen or like haven't heard too much of, I'm skipping. I'm being careful. But I'm guessing then it's like we speak about it with astrologians because they come from there. I quit the page. I'm not reading anymore. You saw it because I was bright white when I was reading. Astrologian Quest, then Scholar, probably we learn about it, even though I know a little bit about the Scholar Quest from Nan, and it doesn't seem like that, but maybe later. I don't know, it seems like just the little guys. I don't know if the little guys are from Shalayan. And Endwalker, then we see that. Okay. The thing is, I was worried that like it was somewhere I have been, and I just don't remember. Because I was like, wait, is Idleshire and stuff Shalayan? That's what I was wondering. I was like, wait. Did we go to Shalayan and just didn't like it didn't click that was there? Because it was like old Shalayan or something, and that's why I was like, oh wait. The scholar job is different from the normal meaning of the word scholar. Oh, I want to know what old Shalayan. Give me lore. Give me lore. But yeah. Okay. Oh, fuck. Furthermore, what exactly? I will be expelled if I continue to look up shit. Exactly you have done is wrong, but allowed others to partake in your great nation's bottomless well of knowledge, as I did more than 15 summons ago when I stayed in our halls. Because there's also the whole thing with Allagan, there's Shalayan that also has stuff, like, there's so many nations that we hear, and like, Allegans is like now a lot past, it's like lost civilization. But there's so much we hear about that we don't know that much from. But I'm guessing we learn more if you do certain quests, if you do certain quest line, if you go and do certain stuff. So I'm always like, what can I know? What can I please tell me more? I wanna know. The building is a Dravanian hinterlands near Ardshire, a former settlement of Charlene. Oh, okay, so that's why. Because I was like, I saw the what's it called? The flag, and I was like, that was in Idleshire, wasn't it? That's why I was like, did I go there and just not realize? Because I don't remember people being like, you're not supposed to be there. This is a city-state, fuck you. Okay, I see. Things have changed after you left, Jannequinard. Many even believe that it was my father's death that tipped the scales in favor of closing Charlian's doors and locking away all the knowledge. If the Forum deems it so, I could be arrested and imprisoned for the theft of national resources, and I see no reason why your Holy See, who has already shown its sustained effort, would stand in its way. So what do we do? Your grandfather, your father, they have given up so much to see you here. You're gonna just concede defeat, now that we have finally begun to make headway. Now my question is, also, she is being tracked for, like, literally giving knowledge. What about Alice, Alphino, Ishtola, Urian? Like, are they not also giving knowledge? Like, what is this? What is this double standard? Why does he just hate Levin? Because, like, Urian J is literally also, I mean, to be fair, he picked up astrologian way after he left, but still, like, I never said we would, Jane. I have no intention of giving up or giving in. Doing so would deny sacrifices made by my father and grandfather. The stars have shown me the path of mistake. There is no one, and it begins back at Telfever, hailing those who aided us. I will see you two in Ishgard once I have settled matter here. Quimperin will arrive unarmed. We'll make sure I arrive unarmed. Depends on the kind of knowledge, I guess. Yeah, probably. They probably just don't know that Urian J picked up astrologian during Shadowbringer. I'm guessing. Since they seem to not like that specific thing is... And even then, like, he's an astrologian, but he doesn't, like, teach others, I don't think. Like, Urian J doesn't really... He just kind of does his thing in his corner. Yeah, because, like, the Scions are very much open on, like, sharing knowledge. They kind of just do that a lot. So, yeah, I guess it's a kind of knowledge. God, but that means we get to go where Grahatia, Alice, and Alphino have all done, like, their thesis and everything. That's exciting. I need to recheck, like, specifically, like, what an Archon is. Because I always hear that word and I never remember. Archon FF14... Is it just like the name of... Science/Archon? Archon is title given by Shalayan to a person who has excelled in a specific field of study, gone above and beyond by contributing greatly to that field. Okay, I see, okay. So Archons is basically you have a PhD and you, like, have excelled. That's so interesting then that, like, makes sense that everyone would have them within the science, I guess. It's kind of interesting that Grahatia has it, because, like, Grahatia has said himself, like, especially where I am in TMSQ, he said, like, that he hasn't, he hasn't done, like, the big university, very fancy university like everyone else. He did, like, his own thing, but, like, he did a thesis just to become an Archon, I think. That was the thing, right? Like, they were talking about what they did theses in. It was so interesting. Anyway. I mean, I guess Mr. Prince would, like, bring something to the field of study of elegance. Lady Viva still has not returned from Telfever. Oh, but do not worry, I have had words that she simply intends to stay a few turns of the sun longer. What we should worry about, however, is the Forum and the pending decisions on our companion's extraction. If an official edict is drafted, I fear we may find ourselves in the mercy of the Vault. And if that were to happen, there will be little we can do to keep Lviva here, short of starting a war. If only we had more time. When I was studying in Chalayan, I heard whispers of an ancient astromantic spell that could stop time and the very movement of the heavens. All of my professors denied it existed, of course. And it's not 56. I thought it would be. It's 58. Oh. Then we're done. Okay. Did I? Oh, what's here we go. Oh yeah, that was the level 56, okay. Okay. Should Nan, do you want to do some PvP to get your points? I need to get my points. Oops, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Yeah? Okay. Let's go. I love this outfit so much. It's so cute. So nice and gold. Looks so fancy. Might as well. There we go. I'm blue, da booty da boo da, be da booty da boo da booty da boo da. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask if you were ready before I started the thing. Sorry, forgot. Hi. You and your little menagerie. Little dance. Right, there we go. Okay, up. I don't have any of my emotes here for some reason. I forgot to put them back. Where is it here? We got the battle stance. Yeah. Very villain somehow. Nom nom nom. The fact that we have the Imperial Salute always puts me a bit like at unease because I'm like, I don't think we needed that. Ah, I wanted to point, sorry. Yeah, point. Just going through the emotes now. I've never done the water flip yet. I need to remember to do the water flip next time I'm in the water. I always forget. Aww, cute. I got denied. I beckoned to the starboard said fuck you. Oh, another burb. Cute. Okay, let's hope Let's hope it's actually 5 minutes and not like secretly 12 or some shit.
I want my points.
Like... Look at this, I'm so close, I'm 3 away. Then I can get my thing. I just want the outfits. I am like, since it doesn't say like anywhere really like when the season ends somehow. I don't know why they don't put it anywhere. I am so fucking frightened that like the season will end before I get the outfits. I don't think so. It wouldn't make sense because I feel like the season was so long for the first series when I was there. But like, yeah, I'm worried. Just want the outfits. Also, like, I feel like this series is like less interesting than the one we had last time. Last time there was, like, we get ballroom etiquette and we get the famous kit. I haven't checked what they actually look like. I should check. And we get like 1 minion. But, oh, let's go. But last time there was like a mount and everything. I guess you get the famous kit instead of the mount. But still, I'm like, Let's go. It's kind of wild that like my highest job is Black Mage just because I played it in PvP a bunch. I mean, not just in PvP, I've done also, when I was like leveling up Astrologian, I would use it for duty, not duty, but for roulette a bunch. Just so I leveled up. So it will probably be my first job level 100 and then I'll switch with Monk. And try to get Monk level 100. We'll see. Doing in order. Takes a time. But it's good to have like a... Honestly, it's good to have like a DPS to just kind of use for that kind of stuff. Because I don't want to be... sorry. Up. I don't want to be healer or anything during those. Like PvP and everything is just easier to be DPS, I think. And just general like same if I want to do an alliance thread or whatever, like, and not really think too much. Because healer is so stressful. I don't dislike it. Astrologian has been fun, but it is highly stressful. I don't remember if it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I had for the first time like a tank that really pulled the entire fucking dungeon. For a leveling dungeon, and like I had such a hard time. He died, the tank died twice. We wiped only once, but he died twice. And god, I was like, you just wiped and you're still pulling the entire dungeon? Cool, dude. Thank you for your service. God. Ah, they're here. It's going to be battle heavy, I fear. Here it's going to be a battle heavy one. I don't like when it's battle heavy, but that's fine. Point of note, I'm not good at PvP. Oh, somehow I'm surviving. Good. Thought I would be there. God, everyone and their mom is here. Flipping hell. God, no one is in fucking range. That's so annoying with like distance stuff. It's like no one is in range. Oh, Nan's still here. Nice. More before I heal here. Well, I feel like, I don't know. I'm so sad I can do that one only like every 40 seconds because it's so fun to just do fireball. Like, I don't want to get close to this. Are people still fighting over there? I can't tell. Yeah, they are. Ah, well. Yeah. It was inevitable. Is anyone even taking the one that's just literally like close to us? No one's here. Well, guess it's going here then. I love the hoverboard, it's so stupid. Like, I'm the guy that wants motorcycles in this game. I don't know if I would use this as a mount, would depend I guess. But I do, there's quite a few things I would love. Yeah, we don't fire on stuff here. There's one where you have exactly the same shit but you fire on them, so that's why I'm always confused. Oh well, we have those two, that's nice. Yeah, it was the last, but I'm not doing like the worst either, so... It's so funny to see everyone's stuff, honestly. I don't really know how to play, going to be really earnest here, I don't really know how to play Black Mage in PvP that well, because Black Mage is something that's like very, you have your routine and everything. So playing it in there where you don't have any of your actual routine is very weird. I'm very worried that like the new playstyle for Black Mage is going to be very similar to this when the new playstyle comes out. Because like that's going to be like an entire like different way to play the actual game. Ah, fuck you. No, fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. There's more coming. I'm going to die. Thank you. God. You're fine? Okay, good. Whew. Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, the one next to us got taken by the blue, that's why. Oh, we're getting it back, nice. But yeah, that makes sense, that's why you came to attack me, because they were near. Okay, well, you're taking care of that, that's fine. You need to run after that. Okay, over there. Okay, good. Fuck off. Okay, nice. I'm always worried, like, you know. I know there's another black mage is going to notice I got to play this for shit. Yeah, you are nice. Good. That's a cool one. Oh, fucking hell. Me and the other dark mage. Mage like, no! Okay. Almost. Do I have any? No, my PV are fine. Okay. Yippee, we have that one? Almost. That's a huge ass mount. Why are you alone on that one? Up. Here we go. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. I mean, we're leading, so yeah, we're not doing too bad. The Maelstrom are doing horrible. I mean, we're mostly fighting the flames, so that makes sense. If you're only seeing one of the other teams, that means you're both fighting for second place, or the other ones are doing terribly. There's no in between. Okay, can I do shit from up there? Yes, I can. Targets. Oh, it's so annoying that they're too far. I can't like do anything. Oh, Nan's down there. That's fun. That Machinist didn't stay there very long. Nice. Someone just said blue, please. I don't know what that means. But they said that like a while back, so... You know. Just like attack the blue, I guess, but... Fuck. Why is everyone here all of a sudden? Yeah, well, yeah. It's slightly attacked. Honestly, you can't see the chat, it's fine. No one's being mean or anything, it's just... It always pisses me off when people are like, one more push! Or like, come on! Attack the blue! It's like, yeah, we just take our stuff and then we see who like attacks in front of us. Like, we're not... Like, we don't choose whoever like decides to fight us. Like, we were taking that base and it was the red that were against us. We're not going to be like, ah, we won't fight you because you're the red. Like, that's not how that works. And people have a really hard time understanding that, I feel like, when they play this game. One more push was sweet though. One more push was nice. I'm just mostly always annoyed at people in PvP. People have been nice. They haven't, which means they haven't talked at all so far. But you know, like, why is everyone fighting here when there was one over there that we could have gone and taken or tried to take? Like, why are all the reds here? I mean, I know why they're all here. It's because we're winning, so they want to take the thing. But yeah, red and blue are taking over there. We're all alone here. Fighting everyone but not getting any points, which means high chance for blue to actually win. Because like, I'm not going to go there alone, but like, is anyone going there? I know we're fighting some people here, but it's not like we're fighting the entire army. Yeah, blue's taken as well. Okay. I'm very confused about what these people are doing right now. I'm gonna lie. I think it's just everyone's fighting us, so we're fighting back kind of thing. I'm not sure. Not that many people here. Oh well. We ended at 666 points. That's very funny. Oh, I never do any kills. Anyway. There we go. I don't think I got anything. Here we go. Nah. Soon, but now. 1 or 2. Well. I don't have the visual because I forgot to do the visual. But, next week. Go. Because we're going to be done on that, I think that makes sense. Next week, so we're going to start Portal Stories Mel, since we finished Portal Reloaded yesterday. I spent half of that in the first fight, it was just going forever. That's why you die quickly. So that's where you can do other shit. Honestly, usually I don't stay where there's big fights. I try to go where other people are going, but just no fights. Or if I see like little abandoned stuff where no one's going, so I can claim it. With that kind of like gameplay, you can't really go and claim alone because the things are so long. But like with the triangles and everything, like the ones where you have to be on each corner and stuff, that's usually what I do. Because I don't want to fight. I don't like fighting in PvP that much. So yeah, I'm good at it. But yeah, so off on Monday and Thursday as always. Finishing probably the baked goods pages on Tuesday, I think. 10th of Sonar on Wednesday. Friday, I don't know what we'll do arts-wise, but we'll do it. Starting Portal Stories ML on Saturday, and more FF14 on Sunday, as always. I'll try to see... It'd be nice if I could get to level 70, honestly. But I don't think... depends how much time I spend in FF14 this week. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to go now. Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you on Tuesday for Art Stream. Bye-bye!